Hello, my name's Adam and welcome to UK Theme Parks. Today we are going to take a look at the first map released for 2018, certainly the first map we've seen in paper form, and that comes from Paulton's Park. Let's just have a quick look through the map now and then we'll take you through some of the changes on screen with the map. So here is the front of the map. Now, as expected, they've put the Lost Kingdom on the front of the map and the Flight of the Pterosaur. The reason for this is probably because it's open. It's the biggest investment since Peppa Pig World kind of initially opened. And, with Peppa Pig World expansion not opening until May time, it kind of makes sense to put this on the front. However, if we turn the map over, this is probably the likely front come the 16th of May when it opens, obviously with the logo and everything being moved up the top and it being slightly different graphics, but that's kind of what we'd expect to be the front for the summer season rather than the Lost Kingdom. Now then, let's take a look inside of the map. So opening up first, you again have the Lost Kingdom on the left hand side with rides and experiences. Right in the middle you have Little Africa. For those that have been following on our YouTube page and indeed on our Facebook page, you'll have seen Little Africa open for February half term, and then the front of the map which we just seen. We then have kind of a pull-out poster for the two new rides for Peppa Pig World, which we kind of already know about. Opens the 16th of May, so it's going to be a little bit advertised, but not sort of heavily advertised yet. But you can expect that to come. And then more interesting things up here, we have opening times. We have the Christmas event, which always is on every year from the 24th of November 2018. You have Halloween underneath, which is from the 6th of October right the way through to the 5th of November. So it's quite a light, kind of a late Halloween. Obviously, they don't have mazes or anything scary like that. Interestingly, another new attraction for this year will be Birds 4D, or Birds of a Feather 4D, in the 4D cinema until the 5th of November. What they show from the 5th of November to the 24th, we're not really sure, and we're guessing they probably don't show anything, and it's just preparation for the Christmas event. And then, of course, the educational workshops, which will relate quite closely to Little Africa opening this year. You'll also see the park's new logo. Now, their website might be due, or must be due, some kind of retheme, because the logo so far hasn't been used on the website. It has been used on social media activity. That includes Twitter, that does include some Facebook posts as well, and Instagram. So we would expect that to be used very soon. What do you think of the new logo? We think it's a bit more bolder. They've gone for the Fort Park capital letter, which I'm not a massive fan of, to be fair, but it does kind of stand out. Now then, I've laid the map out in front of me because I've got a nice digital version, which I'm going to put over the top now. So, what do we have on the map? Well, it's a very colourful map, and something that Paulton's Park have been very good at is a nice, colourful, fairly user-friendly map. Much like all theme parks, it does make it look bigger than it actually is, because Paulton's Park isn't massive by any stretch of the imagination, but it's certainly a good size. So if you look down in the bottom, we'll start with Peppa Pig World. So Peppa Pig World, the existing rides and attractions already housed. Right at the bottom of those will be the Queen's Flying Coach Ride, which we know will open from the 16th of May 2018. Also the new Queen's Kitchen, which is a new eating area, and the Grandpa Rabbit's Sailing Club, which also opens on the 16th of the 5th. The Grand Train will continue to go round, and will go around the back of the new Peppa Pig World expansion. It's not been retracked. It was kind of home to animals and things and various enclosures before, so it's just been a little bit of a rework with Little Africa just above it, kind of sandwiched in between Peppa Pig World. And you have to think now that if they do want to expand Peppa Pig World, we're not really sure where it would go, so might be the last expansion for a few more years yet. Critter Creek at the top is a fairly new area for the park with the rethemed Stinger into Caterpillar not that long ago, and we lost that terrible Wind and Willows walkthrough, and we now have a much better sort of critter walkthrough than what we had before. Teacup Ride is on there, but you will notice two absentees next to the Teacup Ride, which are the Bouncing Towers. Now then, the Bouncing Towers have been completely removed from the park. Really without any notice at all. Are we surprised by this? Well, we aren't surprised by the big one being removed, but we are certainly surprised by the little one being removed. The big one has seemed pointless since Magna opened quite a few years ago now, I think 2012, so we're a bit surprised that one's lasted so long. I think that was the Jumping Jack. But the Jumping Bean Ride is, a smaller tower. When you consider that a lot of the theme parks have these smaller towers, Chesington have it, Alton Towers have a frog hopper, Legoland had them as well with the Scarab Bouncers, and even your smaller parks tend to have the Frog Hoppers too. It is a bit of a surprise that they've removed it. Whether or not they're keeping it in storage and looking to locate it closer to Magna further down the line, we're not too sure. But that has gone. Right in the middle of the map, you'll see the 4D Cinema, which we know is going to be showing Birds of a Feather 4D. Can't say it's one we've ever heard of, so it will be kind of a brand new attraction, certainly for us to see this year when we visit Paulton's Park. You've got the birds, the aviaries just above it, and then of course the Lost Kingdom. And the Lost Kingdom is easily the best themed area that we have in the UK, without a shadow of a doubt, and will probably remain that way for quite a long time now. Because the theme parks don't seem to be putting the same kind of effort in, or certainly the Merlin ones that have the money generally to do it don't seem to be putting the kind of effort in to make their areas completely themed with several rides. So Lost Kingdom there, a massive draw for Paulton's Park, a massive draw. And then the rides underneath it, you know, these are the park's big thrill rides kind of underneath it. You've got the Magma, the Drop Tower, which is great fun, Edge, and of course Cobra, along with the River Ride and the Sky Swinger. It's a lovely colourful map. It's quite easy to navigate from when you walk into the park, which way you want to go. You know, you're kind of going right for Peppa Pig World, you're kind of going left for the thrill rides, and then you've got a lovely kind of family attractions in front of you. So what does the future hold for Paulton's Park? Well, we know that this year we have a Peppa Pig World expansion. We didn't get anything last year. Last year was a quiet year because of the Lost Kingdom opening. What do we see going forward? Well, you know, they've really got to continue targeting the family market. You know, they are so close probably to taking Chessington's crown, and there'll be a lot of people that say that they have already taken Chessington's crown, but they haven't quite yet. There's too many still temporary rides kicking around in the park, and rides where, you know, they added them in the past and didn't really theme them because that wasn't kind of the look they're going for. So again, when we look back at the map, you know, even things like the Sky Swinger, which is in a non-themed area, with the River Ride, which is a travelling log flume. It'd be great to see a new log flume in the country. I think Paulton's Park could pull it off perfectly if they wanted to. And, you know, Edge and Cobra is a completely unthemed area. You have the go-kart track, which is, you know, a major theme parks. Go-kart tracks are not something you usually see. So there's plenty of room for expansion in Paulton's Park, and I have no doubt if they continue the way they're going, they will overtake Chessington as the kind of the go-to family park. And I know people that are sitting there now watching this going, they already are. They're not quite. And the reason being is that Peppa Pig World, however amazing it is, and has obviously done some great things for the park, isn't aimed at families. You know, when I take my 9-year-old and 14-year-old, we kind of have to avoid the whole of that area because there is nothing there for us to do. We might be able to take on the Windy Castle, but the rest of the rides are, you know, generally quite boring for us. And it's great to have that area, and I would not take that area away from the UK, and I certainly wouldn't take it away from Paulton's Park because it's easily helped them build Lost Kingdom over the other side. But areas like the Lost Kingdom, you know, are ones that are really going to put Paulton's Park on the map going forward. And whether or not they can kind of get a re-theme into the Cobra area or re-theme into the River Ride area, perhaps with a new log flume, there's quite a lot of land there if they can get planning permission, proper planning permission this time, because obviously Edge and Cobra were initially built without planning permission. Get proper planning permission and get a really nice log flume in and kind of get that area re-themed. We love our trips to Paulton's Park. The staff are amazing. The park is the cleanest park going. You know, Adventure Island gets the happiest staff, and without a doubt, Paulton's Park gets the cleanest staff. You know, these are staff that go around cleaning the bases of the supports. You know, they go around kind of getting all the dirt off the floor. It's just quite incredible to see the care and detail that goes into this park. And I have no doubt that when they set their mind to theming something, it's going to look amazing. And Peppa Pig World, however much it won't interest us, we will obviously go down there and check out the new additions. We know it's going to look absolutely spectacular. But first map of the year, as always, in general terms, goes to Paulton's Park. What have we learned? Well, we knew that was going to be opening already, and we knew when that was going to be opening. We knew that Little Africa was opening. We did, however, learn that Birds of a Feather 4D will be coming to the park for 2018. And of course, the logo, the new logo that we've seen on a couple of things this year so far, is definitely here to stay as it's printed on the map. So that's it, Paulton's Park map. Go out and get it yourself now if you'll collect them, because it's a great map. It's a nice, colourful one to have. Certainly adding it to our collection. My name's Adam, this has been UK Theme Parks, and we'll see you next time.